Good morning, black and white sports fans. John, Matrix, and Rhodes Rants. We are back in the house with another Sunday morning show and podcast for you guys. Make sure you guys download this show on the podcast because it's going to be on all of your favorite podcasting platforms. How are you doing this morning, Rhodes?
I'm doing fantastic. And to take off of that, all of the audio from all of our videos will also go on the podcast from now on. So if you miss some videos,
Yes.
you can just go to your iTunes or whatever you use, Spotify, and just run the list. Listen to the audios for whatever, and that's for multiple entities we have going on out there right now. So they'd end up being probably a little bonus content on there, actually. So
Yeah, it will.
And happy Father's Day to everybody.
Yes,
out
happy
there.
Father's Day we actually forget. Gotta do that house cleaning. Happy Father's Day to Rhodes as well, and as everybody in the chat, or if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever, happy Father's Day.
Absolutely.
Right. Good. And thanks for Joker Wonder Woman dropping the links down there to follow us on Odysee. We're on Rumble as well, videos on Rumble as well. We're also on Newsbreak as well. Videos have been going up there probably about once a day, probably 3-4 times a week over there, I would say.
Yeah.
We are really diversifying a whole bunch of things. So a lot of good things actually happening for Black and White Network. More to come on that probably here in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah. And just so in case everybody doesn't know, we are actually on the Newsbreak app now. So you can go over there. We are covering exclusively Texas sports on there.
Yes.
High school football all the way up to Cowboys, Texans. I don't know how much NBA we'll probably cover on there. I would doubt not that much.
Probably not. Not.
Yeah. So like the other day, I covered something that was tied to the Baylor Bears. And so that's pretty cool. And I can't make any promises, but I am trying to get us a Roku channel right now. So
yeah, he is. I don't know how that's going to work out, but if we can, that'll be pretty amazing right there. I actually use Roku right now.
That would be massive. And, even YouTube, a lot of people get mad because YouTube's been around so long that people can remember when YouTube was strictly a hobbyist situation, hobbyist channel, hobbyist entity. And now YouTube is really and truly a television network.
It pretty is. A lot of people use YouTube as their television.
Well, so many people consume it, like me, on my television through my Roku, or you've got a Fire Stick or whatever. So that's one of the reasons that guys like us and guys like Barstool Sports and all these guys are able to grow into something unexpected. For us, it was unexpected. So anyway, we're trying to really grow that reach out there. So anyway, good morning, Joe Bob Tarhill.
Yes, good morning. And we have our first super chat of the day. Really do appreciate all the support. I did also pin a comment if you just want to drop us a donation directly via the website as well. But the Greg here for $5. Happy Father's Day to everyone that is, except Chip Kelly. Fire Chip Kelly. Make UCLA great again. Well, thank you to the Greg. And I was making sure that you actually put Fire Chip Kelly in there because that's your thing, man. But thank you.
He missed that a couple of times.
He missed it once. I know that for sure. He missed it one time for sure. So
the chat had to get his back a couple of times.
Yeah. The chat definitely had to get his back. But thanks for the super chat. Thanks for everybody that's going to donate. We'll get to some more super chats here in just a little bit here. But I guess we can kind of go ahead and segue into some of these topics here today. Looks like the super teams have faltered in the March's NBA at China Roads.
Oh, it is glorious.
Yeah.
Look, and the NBA was trending down even before they wrapped their loving arms around China and the BLM in the manner that they have. And one of the reasons it was trending down was the rise of the inorganic super team.
Super teams,
okay?
yep.
And by inorganic, I mean, hey, you might have 2 or 3 superstars together in the past, but it was brought together through the draft and things like that, instead of all these guys. And it's really, I'm going to tell you the thing that really irritates people. It's the player / GM angle.
Right.
In other words, all the behind the scenes collusion between the players, LeBron James and all of his loving banana boat buddies, and having all these side conversations and I'm leaving in a year and a half. Do you want to come meet up here? Blah, blah, blah. And it all started with the Miami Heat situation where they had we call it a big 3, but more like 2.5 superstars. Chris Bosh will end up in the Hall of Fame, but they put everybody in the Pro Basketball Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
so.
they do. I mean, the stands are low. I mean, but he was a really good player. I mean,
He was.
There's no doubt about it.
I liked Chris Bosh. I would have loved to have seen somebody with his temperament on a team like the Spurs. Back in the day, he seemed like he would have been a Spur, but anyway,
maybe so. Maybe
that's
so.
neither here nor there. But the advent of the super team, I can't stand it. I never have liked it. I liked what Golden State was doing, having brought together Draymond and Clay and Steph, and
that was organic.
It was organic, and then, good God, Kevin Durant had to show up and turned them into the villain. Turn the Warriors into the villain all of a sudden. And I'm going to be real. I kind of discount Kevin Durant's championships because of that.
Yeah, that was so easy to do, man.
And he honestly thinks he was the driving force on that team. I mean, dude, it wasn't your team. That team is Steph's team, whether you like it or not. It's Steph.
Yeah, he was the best. I mean, KD was definitely the best player. But, yeah, it was Steph's team. It was. I mean, they had already won a championship. They won 73 games without Kevin Durant.
Yep.
And then when they lose to the Cavaliers, Draymond Green goes into the parking lot and cries and begs Kevin Durant to come to Golden State, playing the GM role.
Well, not only that, but if you remember during that whole final situation, you remember when LeBron won the one for Cleveland. And look, it was nice. It was nice. I was happy to see Cleveland get a championship with LaChina, and that whole coming back home scenario. I was like, okay, that's a little better. But you got to remember, Draymond got suspended during that series too. And
but there was a lot of
things behind the scenes about the NBA did LeBron a solid. Do you remember that? Do you remember the controversy behind that?
I'm going to be honest, man. I think that was a bit overblown.
Really?
Draymond Green missed one game. One game. The Warriors only had to win one more game with 2 left to play, and they didn't do it. And Draymond Green, let's be honest, he's a glorified role player. Let's be honest.
He's a
good one.
He's a really damn good character actor. He is.
Right.
Damn good.
He's not the guy that can go out there and drop 30 on you. He's not that kind of player.
No, he's really, to be honest with you, is he really the only player in the league that is sort of a throwback to the 80s and 90s players? The Anthony Mason types.
Pat Beverly is like that too.
Yeah, Xavier McDaniel types, guys that were dogs out on the court,
Charles Oakley, Vernon Maxwell, those guys.
Absolutely.
Man, the other day, man, Vernon Maxwell was throwing shots at the Utah Jazz the other day on Twitter. Because, the Rockets Jazz thing back in the day, I mean, he still has that dog in him, man. He still does. You
Okay,
don't see
so
too many guys like that today.
I've got to be real. I knew the Nets and the Bucks were playing. There was a series because we did a couple of videos on them. This tells you how much I'm just out in general in the NBA. Who the hell are they playing in the Eastern Conference Finals? I don't even know.
I don't know. I
I
think
don't know.
did the Sixers get eliminated?
I don't know.
I know
really don't
that.
know.
Let me see here. I mean, this
Like,
is how much out I am on the NBA as well.
yeah. Okay. It's the Hawks and the 76ers, I guess, are playing right now. Good God, Atlanta could be in the
Oh.
Eastern Conference Finals?
Okay,
For real?
yeah, because they're tied 3-3 right now. Yeah, they're tied 3-3. So think of that, man. Think of
Wow.
that. And
Wow.
last night, before I went to bed, I opened up my phone and I saw that. I was like, wait a minute, hold on. The Bucks could actually win the series? And then I flipped back. It was like 40 something seconds left. Then I go back to my phone again. And I see that KD hit a 3-pointer at first, but apparently it was a 2 and that tied it. And it went to overtime. And then the Bucks won in overtime. Now, not watching the game, you would think that that would be a classic, but the NBA shot themselves in the foot. So that game could have probably been a classic. I didn't even care to watch it. That's how much out I am on the NBA.
Yeah. Yeah, I had no idea. I literally didn't know who was in the other series. I thought the 76ers was in, but there was no way in hell I could have told you the Atlanta Hawks were in. No way.
Who's still in the West? The Suns. I'm having trouble remembering who's still left.
Man, if the Suns are still in it, I hope they win it all. Even though I'm not invested in the NBA, I'd like to see the Suns finally get a title.
The Suns, they're a really good team. I know that. I'm not exactly sure. See, this is how much out we are on the NBA, folks. I mean,
it's the Clippers and the Suns.
Yeah, that's because the Clippers came back from being down 3-2, if I'm not mistaken. But Kawhi Leonard is he may not even play in this series.
Chris Paul is out too. Now I remember because of the Kung Flu. Yeah, the Kung Flu.
Yeah, that's the reason why right there.
Yeah. So
that's pretty ridiculous that he's out.
Yeah, I heard he had a hell of a year. I heard he had a hell of a year especially for his
apparently
age.
He had a pretty good old man year, man. You know, and he was actually injured in the first round against the Lakers. It's kind of funny. Chris Paul didn't make any excuses, unlike somebody else.
Here's a question, because Prometheus Peanut says Giannis is one of the few players left that is truly humble, a throwback for sure. That raises the question: will Giannis leave Milwaukee at some point? Is that happening, or is he going to stay?
I think he will. I think he's out of there. I really do.
He swears up and down. I've heard him say he's staying, but
man, James Harden said he was never leaving Houston either. And James Harden had it pretty good in Houston. And what happened? Out of there.
He left.
He left. If Giannis doesn't win the title, I don't know how long Giannis has on this contract. But they don't really have, to my understanding anyway, he's pretty much the only star on that team. And this season, folks, there's going to be no super teams winning the title. No super teams.
We've got a snowflake that's offended by the fact that I use Kung Flu.
Oh, God.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wuhan virus, the bat virus. My bad. There, I corrected it for you.
Oh, God.
Cry me a river.
Keep crying, folks. Keep crying. Let me get to some of these super chats here that have come in. Thanks to everybody super chat here. Robert Smith, $4.99. Basketball has become exciting to watch for me since LaFlop got sent home. So this is a person that started watching, I guess, the playoffs after LeBron ended up getting eliminated.
I
Thank you for the
heard that
super
was
chat.
I heard that might be a thing. I did.
I'm
I
wondering,
heard.
you
Yeah.
got to find the ratings for that. You have to find the ratings.
I've got to find a new site. I wonder if Showbuzz Daily came back up.
Yeah. Mick Walsh for €5. Hungarian fans hurled an anti-kneeling banner yesterday in Budapest before the Euro 2020 game with France. Really? Guess we'll probably end up having to check that out right there. Thanks for that super chat. Mark Roberts for $5. Good morning, John and Rhodes. I haven't asked this question, but where do you guys get the intro to black and white sports? Is he talking about the animation, I guess? Because there was actually 2 versions of it.
Yeah, it was made for us. Where did we get it made? On Fiverr, right?
It was on Fiverr. The old intro and outro before the voiceover, that was made on Fiverr right there.
Right.
And then we got a guy that actually used to make several voiceovers for me. He's in San Antonio. He's on Fiverr also, and he provided the voiceover. He's a professional voice actor on Fiverr, and he's pretty good. I'm pretty sure we're going to be using him again for some other stuff.
I never even thought Melissa works for one of the most famous voice actors out there.
Oh, really?
I never even thought about that. Yeah, Walt Cade, the auctioneer. He does Subway. He does Subway commercials. You know, he was on He was on Storage Wars. So
I think you were telling me something like that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's got like a massive voiceover portfolio. That's like one of his biggest gigs.
Yeah, I'll say this: anybody that starts a podcast or YouTube channel, don't do your own voiceover. Get somebody else. Get the professional that has all the equipment in the right kind of environment. It just makes it sound more professional. It really does. So, but thanks to all those super chats so far. We are caught up on that right there. But as far as Giannis goes, I think he's going to leave Milwaukee. I don't think he's going to stay. What player has been loyal to an organization? None. In the modern era, none. They're all hopping around. I don't know if he's going to go to a super team or not, but I'm assuming that he would. You know, maybe LeBron is already laying the groundwork, you know, whispering in his ear, hey, come to the Lakers, you know.
Does he really think his legacy looks better? He keeps doing this? Really?
Remember Woj said that LeBron was trying to recruit Steph Curry at the All-Star break. That didn't help his legacy.
At all. No, he could, you know, if he wins 3 more titles, he's got all these extra superstars with him. I mean, shit.
Right.
I mean, Michael Jordan didn't recruit Magic Johnson, you know?
No. And Magic said he wouldn't do it anyway.
They wouldn't. They hate it. You know, I mean, they didn't hate each other off the court, but on the court, they were, you know, lack of a better term, they were trying to kill each other out there, you know?
Right. Reggie Miller said, there's no way in hell I was going to go to the Bulls. No, he said, no way, even though he knew he would pretty much have a championship. But that doesn't really help his legacy. It doesn't. I believe Reggie Miller's, let's say this. Let's say that Michael Jordan won those championships, okay? And then Michael Jordan recruits Reggie Miller to go over to the Bulls. Reggie Miller then wins 2 championships with the Bulls. I believe Reggie would actually be, his legacy would be more enhanced if he didn't win a championship, but he beat Michael Jordan along the way, and maybe he just lost in the NBA Finals.
Right.
Because you made that point about Kevin Durant in Golden State. Yeah, he has 2 titles, but did it really enhance his legacy?
No. Not at all. Not at all. Yeah, can you imagine some of the teams that could have got put together in the 90s? Good Lord.
Yeah.
You know?
And I know that
Reggie Miller could have helped out the Knicks and went to the Knicks, you know?
Yeah.
Can you imagine how god awful that would have felt if we would have witnessed that, you know?
Right.
That would have felt terrible, you know.
Right.
Reggie Miller should never go to the Knicks. Patrick
Right.
Ewing should never go to the Pacers. You know, that just
Yeah, and some people bring up Hakeem, Barkley, and Pippen, but Hakeem and Barkley were older, and nearing the end. And Hakeem had already won 2 titles. Barkley was getting old, and Barkley, 1999, he was done. It's not the exact same thing. That's why I don't really, blame Gary Payton and Karl Malone for going to the Lakers. Now they didn't win, but they had already established their careers at that point. They did.
yeah, Barkley's. I remember, of course, Barkley's my favorite player, but he was getting really bad knees. His back was getting real bad on
Yeah.
him, and boy,
The only thing I really remember with Barkley with the Rockets, he was there 4 years. Dude had a 33 rebound game
yeah.
with the Rockets. That's crazy.
He also had nights it was hard to watch, especially towards the end. Yeah.
He didn't play a lot. He was hurt a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, I know it.
He was hurt a lot with the Rockets.
It was a bad scene, I think.
Right. Yeah. It really was. I don't know what's going to happen in this playoffs, and I'm just so out on the NBA. But these teams that seem to get together inorganically, they got hit by the injury bug. The Lakers, make no mistake about it. The fits was in for Anthony Davis to get traded to the Lakers. He put it out there that he wanted to go there. The fits was in. Yeah, they were bubble gangsters last year in the bubble. They won that. This season, they fell apart. And the Lakers now have fired their female trainer. Oh boy, I can't believe that the Lakers actually did that, but they did do it. They fired their female trainer.
And they used her as a scapegoat, and they blamed her for injuries. But let's just look at the Charmin tissue soft Anthony Davis. Let's see. 64
He's all
games.
Street clothes, Davis.
This is with New Orleans now. Street clothes, 64 games, 67 games, 68 games, 61 games, 75 games, 75 games, 56 games. Some bitch couldn't stay healthy when he was with New Orleans. What does that got to do with the trainer in LA? He's always been a dude that's rode the bench because he can't stay healthy. Come on. I mean, that's ridiculous.
I mean, is it really the trainer's fault that he injured his groin? Is it the trainer's fault that somebody rolled into LeBron James's ankle? But I talked about this in my video, man. This isn't the first time they've done that. 2019, they fired the other head trainer.
Right.
Because injuries. Who got hurt that year? LeBron James. First year there. And then in April, after the Lakers fell apart because they didn't have LeBron, they let him go.
Yep.
Scapegoat.
Yep. I had to light up a cigarette. Katie Parker told me to stop smoking, dude. I was like, damn, that sounds good. Hey, I need to smoke.
Katie, I've been telling Rose that for years.
Yep.
Hey, but Rose has at least cut back on his cursing a lot.
I'm going to tell you, that is so hard for me. I mean, it is so hard because it's
pretty easy when you want to stay monetized.
Not only that, but I built my reputation as a pissed off redneck. So, and it was honest.
Yeah.
Something would happen, and John knew it was coming. He was like, "Go get him." I was like, "Okay," until he realized that 12 F-bombs might get us demonetized. So
the dude put up a video on the entertainment channel about 3 months ago. I think he dropped about 30 F-bombs in that video. He was so pissed. Demonetized by YouTube. Yep. It was so bad. I mean, we had already lost the news channel to demonetization. I think you unlisted that video, right?
Yeah.
But I guess I should have saw it coming, man, because you're like, I think you were saying, man, you should make it, but I believe I couldn't make it. And then you made it. And then, of course, F-bomb, 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 every single sentence. demonetized for foul language.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Absolutely.
YouTube does this weird thing though. Like in the first 30 seconds, if you don't curse, you're okay. But I guess you can drop F-bombs and stuff in the middle of the video. And we get all of our videos, folks, manually reviewed. And I was wondering why in the world that was happening. Then I did some research and I found out that for YouTube, when you have videos that trend, and our videos, of course, get a lot of views, they have to manually review every single video. So that's when we go back to back office, we'll see like YouTube just automatically reviews it. Then a human being will go back and review every single video. So more conscious about that. We don't want to lose the channel at all. So that's why we have the website. Because we just go all
we're trying,
in over there.
Trying to be aware. When we're doing a website video, it's no holds barred. You know,
we don't even care.
Yeah, I'm totally subject.
It's a lot more cursing over there. We also talk about a bunch of different topics that YouTube doesn't want us to talk about. I mean, Rhodes was even hesitant to make that Cole Beasley video the other day because of the jab, and YouTube is just weird, but it got manually reviewed and it's still good to go. But that's why we kind of want to distance ourselves from, just YouTube a little bit. So yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing right there. But anyway, back to this, we got off on the tangent there. Back to this Lakers head trainer. You would think that the SJWs would want to come out and scream that you're firing an Asian woman. But I guess apparently that didn't happen. She had been with the team for 10 years. Been the head trainer for 2 years because they fired the other guy. I think it's pretty clear, man. That LeBron James connection is pretty strong right there.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he put the NBA on blast, blamed them all for all the injuries that were happening in the NBA. And what do Lakers go and do? They don't tell them to shut up. Don't worry, LeBron. We're just going to fire our trainer. Well, not technically fired. They didn't renew the contract.
Look, the NBA is entirely drug around by its testicles by LeBron James. Let's just be real. He runs the whole league, essentially.
Into the ground.
Into the ground. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he's run the league into the ground so badly that God, he has single-handedly destroyed the league. It's pretty wild. But Adam Silver refuses to do anything about LeBron.
I haven't heard anything from Adam Silver lately.
He won't reprimand him. He won't suspend him. He can break blatant protocols and rules regarding the Kung flu. Oh, my bad. The Wuhan virus, the Chinese virus. Yeah. So, and the league won't do anything about it. I mean, come on. It's pretty sad. It's pretty sad. But do we expect anything else from Adam Silver? I think he is the
spineless.
He is the weakest commissioner in the history of sports, maybe. I think
pretty close.
I mean, Rob Manfred's trying to is trying to round the turn to catch him, but I think it's still Adam Silver. I think he's still
I think it's pretty clear that it is Adam Silver right now. And honestly, overall, Manfred ain't that good, but I don't really think it's even close. Adam Silver's the worst. The worst. And nobody's really a fan of Roger Goodell either. Make no mistake about it.
No,
nobody is a fan of any of these commissioners. But by far and away, Adam Silver is the worst. Clearly the worst of the worst.
Who's the commissioner of the NHL? I think for the most part, people kind of like him.
Bettman, right?
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yeah. Gary Bettman. Isn't that right? Gary Bettman?
Gary Bettman, yeah. But I don't really follow ice hockey that much, so.
I'm telling myself I'm going to get into it.
I never could get into it, man. I tried. Never could.
Private Kyle keeps trying to get me into ice hockey. So
I didn't know he was into it.
Oh yeah, he likes some hockey. Yeah,
I can't do it,
my
man.
sister really loves hockey.
See, I tried to get into World Cup. I got a friend that I was working with. We were just sitting down watching World Cup. I was like, all right. Hard to understand, but I still couldn't get into it.
I actually kind of got into it. I actually kind of got into that. I did. Yeah.
See, but I never could get into soccer in general.
Yeah.
I couldn't. And when I was in elementary school, yeah, we would play soccer outside, but I just could not get into it. Maybe because, soccer to me isn't as good as like playing basketball, football. Hard to believe, man, training camp for the NFL starts in like a month. Think about that. That's just fast. That's super fast. How fast this year is actually going by. And please, God, please don't do any of the wokeness NFL. Please do not do it. Step away from it. No black national anthem. No kneeling. No.
That's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. I mean, it's ESPN will drive some commercial.
He still is.
The guy that poisoned Cap.
I was watching Daily Wire, and this is kind of off sports topic. I was shocked to find out that Clarence Thomas was a leftist Marxist at one point. I was shocked by that. I really was.
I didn't know that. When you sent me that message, I was like, what? No, I didn't know that at all.
Yeah. He was on, and he's like the most conservative person now.
Yeah.
He is. I just thought that was really, really funny.
Well, some of these assholes that are out in the streets burning the cities to the ground, they're gonna, get above the age of 24, and they're gonna get around to being about 36, and they're gonna be like, "Oh my God, what did I do?" Because I continue to say that people get more and more conservative as they get older. Hopefully,
something going on with the stream.
Is there?
It says an error occurred. Now I'm like looking over here. Oh, we're back now.
Okay. What happened?
Don't worry. I don't know what happened because I saw that there was an error. I don't know what happened. We had lost some people, but we're back right now. I don't know what happened, guys.
Oh.
But the audio is going to be on here. The audio is going to be fine. So
okay.
I think it was just some kind of stream. I was wondering, did we say something and YouTube just killed the stream? But nah, we're good.
We said Wuhan one too many times. Is that what happened?
I don't know what happened. Just said an error. It happened, but it looks like we're good, guys. So we're back because I saw some people in comments talking about that. So anyway, we got super chats here that I need to get to, and thank you for everybody that's actually super chatting. Here, let me see where we are at on this.
Yeah, we had a couple just bounced in.
Yeah, I know. All the colors, $5. Here's a question. All these top paid athletes complain about the lack of diversity in NBA coaches plus general manager staff. Why don't they step up to the plate? Well, it's not even the players that really complain about that. I haven't really heard players complain about any of that. Have you? About the front office diversity? No. I mean, think of this. Steve Nash is the coach of the Brooklyn Nets. It was Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant that vouched for him. So the players, they didn't really care about that. It was really the people in the media, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Mrs. Rance just come in and said, "Yeah, y'all were off. Y'all were off."
Yeah, I saw that we were off.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll be back there. The stream never stopped, so it's not going to hurt the audio.
Weird.
Brandon X RLS for $1.99. LBJ is the best in the world. Put some respect. No, not going to happen here.
No.
But thanks to the super chat. Mark Roberts, $10. If Scottie Pippen was never traded to the Bulls, do you think Michael Jordan would have demanded a trade since he never won a playoff series without Pippen and could not get past the Detroit Pistons? So demanded a trade. I don't know. That's too early in his career to even tell. I mean, he came after 3 seasons. That's when Scottie Pippen came in. So I don't know if he would have demanded a trade. I mean, players really didn't do that back then. They
Right.
didn't.
Well,
They didn't.
there was actual loyalty, and their loyalty to not only teams but to the city. Players were loyal to the city. Look, one of the most repugnant things that I heard talked about all year, and it really pissed off Bill Simmons and Ryan Russillo, was every time the Celtics and the Nets played this year, there was like this love fest that happened between the Celtics players and Kyrie Irving. I mean, it was sickening. It like really, really pissed off Boston Celtics fans because they were like, they're acting like they're best friends on the court during games. Playing Kyrie Irving during games, the Celtics players just, I guess, adored Kyrie. And I was like, really? Haven't been a Celtics fan? I mean, I was still watching the NBA when he was playing for him. Come on. Kyrie gave up on the Celtics. I don't know how many times, and I don't know how many games.
Yeah.
And he was a lazy player. I'm just keeping it real.
Okay. Silent Rage 1 for $5. LeBron James, I'm the best. Come on, man. Give me a break upside down. Thank you for that super chat. Gerald Armstrong, $4.99. NBA should just change the name of the trophy to the George Floyd Memorial Trophy. I would not be surprised if something like that actually did happen. What do you think of that?
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
actually it'd probably be the Jacob Blake Trophy.
I was just gonna say it. That's only if one of the other leagues don't adopt Jacob Blake first.
Right. Silver Iverson 04 for $5. The pro sports should instead play the Chinese national anthem. If the athletes will kneel to the Chinese national anthem, I bet they won't. Of course, you know they're not going to do that because you know what's going to happen. If they disrespect China, what will happen, Rhodes?
Oh, they're going to lose all that almighty Chinese dollar. They can't do that.
They would lose all of that.
You see that? That's China with the almighty Chinese dollar actually covering his mouth hole. Yeah, that's the only entity that will shut China James up at record speed is China. That's the only entity. That's it.
Because they can't speak out against them.
That's right.
They refuse to speak out against China.
LeBron is dragging the NBA around by its testicles, and China is dragging LeBron around by his testicles.
Easily, man. I mean, it's not even really close, to tell you the truth.
Well, the league would fold if it wasn't for China. Let's be real. The league would fold.
Yeah, at this point, yeah, because the revenue from the U.S. ain't good. People are tuning out.
Yeah.
I mean, if they didn't get China to start playing their games again, I don't know where the NBA would actually be at right now. I really don't.
Oh, hashtag boycott Space Jam 2. Yeah.
I don't even think you even need to do that. I'm just not seeing it.
As Jeremy would say, hashtag Space Jam 2 lost money.
And it's funny because, Skip Bayless said that he called Space Jam 2 counterfeit Space Jam.
Yeah. It's knockoffs. It's Dollar General Space Jam.
Why do you think that LeBron even wanted to make a Space Jam 2?
It's the Family Dollar of Space Jam movies.
That's funny, man.
Oh, hell. Oh, Jesus. That's so good.
I mean, Space Jam has already been done. There's no reason to. Is he trying to say? Because you remember, the segment was on ESPN was called Bugs Bunny and the Goat, talking about LeBron James.
Oh God!
He's still trying to push this whole thing. I'm the GOAT. I believe this probably has all to do with chasing that Ghost in Chicago thing.
It's the swap meet of Space Jams. You remember how when you used to go to the swap meet, they always had some jerseys, but it wasn't made by the official jersey maker. It was made by some knockoff company, you know.
Yeah.
And the stitching was kind of jacked up on it, you know.
Right.
Funny. Oh, let me buy the knockoff Space Jam, and also, can I please have one of those King Crown air fresheners, please? You remember those, man? Everybody used to have those.
I think so.
You're riding around on the dash of their cars.
Yeah. I definitely remember the knockoff jerseys.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Knockoff jerseys. And it was, because I actually remember the Champion used to actually have the replica jersey, the official replica ones. I had a Charles Barkley one, had a Hakeem Olajuwon one. Actually, the Barkley one was when he was with Phoenix. I had that. And of course, I had the Hakeem Olajuwon jersey. I had the Robert Horry jersey too with the Rockets, number 25. Boy, I used to love the NBA back then.
Oh, let's not insult Fago like that.
What happened?
He said, where was that? Oh, God. Prometheus Peanut. Get your Space Jam 2 with a can of Fago. Anybody in the chat an ICP fan? Tell that bitch to bring home a Fago. Oh, funny.
Oh, man. That's funny, man. That's some good stuff, man. Good stuff. Now, Jordan, I believe, is actually going to be making a cameo in Woke Jam.
Oh, Woke Jam. Yes.
I think he is. Oh, yes. Man, you get an idea for a shirt.
Oh, Woke Jam. I ought to put some knockoff cartoon characters. Maybe a Family Dollar like logo on the shirt. I'm feeling it. My creative juices are flowing. Bolt Thrower, Hall of Illusions. Yes, sir. We do have some ICP fans in the chat. What's up? All right.
Oh, by the way, folks, before I forget, today only, use the discount code Jamel Sutz, S-U-X, all one word. 22% off your purchase for Father's Day in the merch store. Just for the day.
For show.
Father's Day. Day. Rose came up there. I forgot to mention that in a few videos because I forgot about it. Sorry. But if you're listening on the podcast and it's another day, LaChana Sutz, S-U-X, all one word, 15% off.
Yeah.
So don't forget that. For all the listeners that are listening, maybe a few days later.
Yep.
So, what are you guys saying here in the chat? Joe Bob Tar Heel, Woke Jam, no balls. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good right there. Let me double check out the super chats here. I think we're all caught up on the super chats. Yep. We're still all caught up on the super chats here. I'm wondering what actually happened with YouTube. Why it cut us out? I wonder what kind of error was that?
Bleeped out on us.
Yeah, I thought you got the channel taken down or something.
Oh, it's like, oh crap. Y'all hear about Megan Rapinoe and her racist tweets? She should be canceled according to leftist rules. Yeah, but it's funny how that worked. The mainstream media got awfully quiet about
nobody
Megan
talked
Rapinoe.
about it.
No, outside
nobody
of us.
Nobody talked about Megan Rapinoe.
Yep.
She got a complete pass.
A complete pass. Yeah, she literally talked about an Asian woman's eyes, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
Can you get more racist? I mean,
and then at that, she got a pretty good endorsement deal as the face of Victoria's Secret now. The Angels are gone.
Boy, that just...
Yeah, I know that's not a sports topic, but...
It is cringeworthy.
I want to know what the hell were they thinking?
Yep.
I mean, when you think of Victoria's Secret, you don't think of Megan Rapinoe. You just don't.
No, good God, no. Yeah. You think of Megan Rapinoe, you immediately think of ED, okay? Erectile dysfunction. Not
Oh,
Victoria's
God.
Secrets, for crying out loud.
Definitely not Victoria's Secret. But this is the kind of clown world we're living in right now. This is the kind of clown world we're living in.
Walking, talking ED, for crying out loud.
Oh,
God, gross.
my goodness.
Oh,
I think I'm going to throw up in my mouth.
Jason Gaines, nobody wants to see Rapinoe in a thong.
I hope that's not happening.
Oh. Who?
Please, God,
did somebody tell me who put the 17-year-old boy in a thong and put him on Victoria's Secrets? Gross.
I really do not want to imagine Megan Rapinoe in a thong.
Oh, God, gross.
But look at they're doing. They have these. I mean, I don't know what they call it. This woke body positivity thing when it's a bunch of people out of shape and fat people. Let's just be honest. And they're trying to make that seem like the norm. Let's be honest. I don't want diabetes, so I'm going to watch my diet. Stop drinking all the sugar. Stop eating all the sugar. You know, if I want to see a model, I want to see like a beach model. That's just me.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
I know it.
Megan Rapinoe, no, thank you. No, thank you. But she's getting a pass for all of her comments. That's just insane.
Going woke is the new sexy.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah. Yep.
Ugh.
I saw we had a super chat here. Here it is right here. 80s Nostalgia Guy for $2. SJW equal Space Jam woke. I like that one. I like that one.
Yeah, that is good stuff.
Yeah, thanks for that super chat right there. You know what? I'm not even gonna review the movie. I'm not even gonna give that movie. I mean, we have an entertainment channel. I'm gonna be very curious to see what the box office numbers are for that this summer. I mean, still, are movie theaters completely open? I'm not even really sure.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're pretty much open now, all over the place.
Okay, but I have no desire to go to a movie theater at all, really.
I think even California is 100% open now.
Yeah, the People's Republic of California, I believe, is just about open or will be open.
Yeah. Rhodes, how much do you think a Dikembe Mutombo Denver Nuggets jersey is worth about now? I have no idea.
They used to have the ugliest jerseys, man.
Yeah,
that was deep played.
Paul Westphal was their coach. Was he their coach when Dikembe was playing?
No, that was George Carl. Remember, because they were the first team to beat. No, wait. You're right.
Yeah.
It was actually George Carl was the coach of the Supersonics, and he lost to the 8 seed Denver Nuggets. That was the first time that happened.
Yeah.
And it's only happened one other time. That was when Golden State beat Dallas.
He passed away. Paul Westphal did.
Yeah, he did.
Years ago, I think.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I'm going to check this out now. What years as a coach?
Who, Paul Westphal?
He didn't coach the Nuggets. I didn't.
No, he didn't.
Okay.
Was it Dan Issel I think it was Dan Issel that was coaching Nuggets. Look up 1994 Denver Nuggets, because that's the team that beat the Supersonics. I want to say it was Dan Issel, but I could be wrong.
Let's see. Here we go. Yeah, you're right. Yep.
Dan Issel?
Yep. And Bernie Bickerstaff was the general manager and president of that team.
Okay.
Yep. What's that roster look like?
It was Mahmoud Abdul Rauf.
Oh, Chris Jackson.
Dikembe Mutombo. Yeah, Chris Jackson. That was the two main ones on their team.
Yeah. LaFonso Ellis was on that team. I was a big LaFonso Ellis fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Taker 610 with a $5 super chat. Rose John was on a Geeks and Gamers stream when Ryan and Jeremy started arguing about Tim Tebow, and John just sat there waiting it out. Argue before going live, please. Yeah, when the thing is, when Jeremy starts going off about Tim Tebow, it'll last like 30 minutes. It really, really does. It goes on for a while. Thanks for that super chat, though.
Look, I like Tebow, but man, I'm not.
Jeremy keeps making jokes about him coming in and starting.
I can't. Hey, it is odd because Jacksonville just made a comment yesterday about the fact that there's an outside shot that Trevor Lawrence might not start the season as the starting quarterback. There was a story yesterday about that. I was like, who's beating him? Who's beating him out? Gardner?
No,
is Gardner the Ginshu Minshew? I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah.
They don't want to start a quarterback controversy there. They do not.
No.
They do not. That's a terrible idea.
Yeah. Mark Roberts, $5. This is an interesting question here. How are you guys able to make videos during the week and work full-time jobs? You guys work so hard, and thanks for answering the super chats. Let me tell you, it ain't easy.
Wow.
It's not easy.
Wow.
I mean, you have to get up. We get up really, really early. I'll shoot some videos. And luckily, I'm working from home right now. But getting close to actually doing this full-time because it is a grind. I think I've aged myself a whole bunch in the last year. This channel took off in August of last year. And guys, I think we're really pulling like 17 hours a day, I would say.
Between my job, between YouTube, let's see, I own my own business. So I probably work 4 to 5 hours a day on my own business. Then I probably put another 7 to 9 into YouTube.
And a lot of that is just researching.
After that. And but yeah, we're both kind of crossing our fingers, hoping that I've said it before, I'll say it again. We are very much in the minority of YouTubers with 100,000 subs that aren't full time. I don't know any.
Technically, really honestly, folks, I can go full time right now. Rose could go full time right now.
Yeah.
We're getting close. We have a few things in the works because I mean it's a lot of hours, man. But shooting a video is nothing. We shoot no OBS. You shoot a video in 10 minutes. The thing is finding stuff to record.
Yeah.
So that's the thing, researching.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of work, guys. A lot of work researching. Recording the content, pretty easy. But pretty soon here, I'm going to end up doing this full time. When we go full time, we're going to really be pushing. I think we're talking about 3 live shows a week on here.
Yep.
We may actually turn the entertainment channel. Should I even be dropping this in right now?
I don't know. You're walking down the road anyway, so
the entertainment channel may end up turning into a clips channel from the live streams on here,
or something like that.
Something. Yeah. Doing that.
It may become a catch-all. Like if we want to do whatever, we may go over to the entertainment channel and just put it on there.
Yeah. And then we got the live channel that's going pretty well. Plus now we got news break that's going well. It's a whole lot of stuff going on. The website, member videos, those member videos on the website on like 30, 40 minutes. And we probably need to record one today too, just for the silver members, because they need a video just for themselves. It's a lot, guys.
Oh, hey, hold on. It's turning on your camera and talking. It's not like you have to drive your car somewhere to show up at a certain time, laugh out loud. Well, look, Bubba, the fact is, if you're late to a story, you may as well not effing do it. So yes, you are on a time schedule. Yes,
Yeah.
you have to be able to get things out on time. Yes, you are constantly under a
Yeah.
freaking deadline. Yes, you can't actually go out and do things like normal people when you run a YouTube channel because you have to stay your ass at home to be able to do videos in case a
Yeah.
story breaks. The fact is, it's not like we go to a regular job and then we just get our hours off afterwards. No,
No.
there's family that sacrifices time with us so we can do this channel.
Exactly.
Man, be smarter.
Exactly.
Be
I
smarter.
mean,
Yeah.
and then at that, this ain't a company providing all this equipment. We have to buy all this stuff. This stuff is not cheap at all. I mean, I can't think of the thousands of dollars I've actually spent to make this setup production right here. No investors.
Yeah.
Nobody's giving me anything. This
Yeah.
is all the money that we're putting all into this. It's a lot.
Well,
But
it's like the website. The website was a literal business investment. We had to spend money to get that going. You know,
and
that
actually
was
more than what I thought too.
we had to set that up. You know, there was like that asshole that look. All right, you done did it now. You done did it now. The ass clown, Black Bigelow, that decided to make the video about us because he can't figure out how to properly monetize an 88,000 sub channel that's getting 3,000 fucking views, and he's out there calling us fucking e-beggars. You ass clown. By the way, while I'm talking to you, I own half of all of this, dickhead.
Yeah,
So,
he didn't know anything he was talking about. And also, he didn't know that the most successful YouTubers, he's thinking, oh, we're just getting money from YouTube. You should be happy. The most successful YouTubers only get a small portion of their income from YouTube. You know, you shouldn't really be relying on YouTube for everything.
yeah.
So
yeah.
we know that. He
We're,
doesn't.
we've grown ourselves into the number one conservative sports entity in the world.
Pretty much.
That started from a hobby into what we've got going now. So you would have to be an utter idiot to have this opportunity laid out in front of you and to not have the wherewithal to take advantage of it and grow it into something that's actually meaningful, that's got a potential true purpose. Look, there's ESPN, there's all these bullshit entities out there. It's us, it's Outkick. That's it. Okay? I mean, that's it. And depending on how much you actually trust Fox News, then it's us and it's Sports Wars. That is it. That is all there is on this side of the aisle. That's all it is. We've got an opportunity and we got to seize it. Or look, all of our voices are getting squashed. Think about that. All of our voices as conservatives are getting squashed. Nobody will call out these guys for what they're doing, you know? So anyway, I got off on a tangent, but this is a ton of work. People don't get
a
that.
lot of work, lot of work, and a lot of money to put into it. So, I mean, if you don't run it like a business, then you're going to be unsuccessful. It's just that simple. Let me get to the rest of these super chats here. Jay-Z Bridge for 10 euros. From Holland, my family's died by bombs in Iraq war under Biden Obama administration. All my family's died. I'm watching U.S. and Americans don't do any research. Please dig deeper. The woke cancel culture sucks. Thank you for that super chat. Heir to the Ron, $15. If you go full time, the Clips channel is imperative for the algorithm. Yeah, there's some other channels, man, that are pretty successful on the Clips. Steven Crowder has Clips.
Joe Rogan, Dan Bongino.
Joe Rogan has Clips. Dan Bongino has Clips. Yeah. You're right about that. City of Champions for $20. I hope the Winnie the Pooh jam fails terribly in the USA. Happy Father's Day to all. YouTube censoring for the CCP. Well, thank you for that super chat. And censorship, man, we got to fight back against it. Black and White Network, just to pitch that, just for $5 a month starting, you can actually join and support Black and White Network on the website over there. You get a video a week, and also we have member live streams. We just had a member. When was our member live stream? That was last week.
Last Saturday. Yeah, and
last Saturday.
We've got articles coming to that.
Yeah, articles are coming to the website.
Yeah. That's what I mean.
We
got a little bit of everything going on, and we're really wanting to grow that podcast.
Yeah,
we're really wanting to grow it. Yeah,
and I'm pretty sure when we're full time too, for the members' content is gonna probably end up being 5 days a week over there.
Yeah,
I mean, for a while there we were doing that at first, but we had so many new things. We probably got new opportunities coming too, so stay on the lookout for that. So it's gonna be really, really busy for us, and and this is with us having the full-time jobs too, so it's just extremely crazy. We're all caught up on super chats too.
I saw where Joe Rogan went off about Brian Stelter, because CNN was pissing and moaning about the fact that YouTubers were getting more views than their show. Well, hey, Brian Stelter, if you would actually do this thing called, journalism, what you ass clowns used to actually do way back in the day, and tell the truth, then alternative platforms like us wouldn't be exploding. That's why people are realizing they're not going to consume their news and shit anymore through these entities like MSDNC and CNN. Right. They're going to come. It's going to come by way of Black and White Network, Anthony Brian Logan, Brandon Tatum, Steven Crowder, even somebody that's not even politically leaning, Pat McAfee, whatever, it's going to be alternative. And that is with also the rise of Rokus and Fire Sticks and people watching YouTube on TV. I'm telling you, that is a major thing.
I mean, guys, we almost had a day here on this channel, I believe it was last month, where we almost beat Brian Stelter. This channel almost did. That's how pathetic his ratings are, by the way. Taker610, $2. Do you guys think the Pelicans could move to Seattle? That's a good question right there.
Do you know what's going to happen?
They should, because New Orleans is not a basketball city.
Here's what you can look for in the NBA, because Adam Silver very, very, very strongly suggested the NBA is going to expand and add teams. One of them is probably going to Seattle. And the reason they're having to do this, and this is going to be, you guys are going to hear this and be like, oh, yeah. They are going to have to add teams so they can try to make up the lost revenue that they've had. They can't make the same amount of money anymore off the amount of teams they've got. They're going to have to add teams to be able to get back to the former monetary level that they used to be at. That is what's going to end up happening. Yeah.
Yep. Adam Washington for $20. Congressman Joaquin Castro blocked me on Facebook from messaging his page, commenting on his page, and making emojis on his page, all because I messaged him a Trump 2024 GIF. Well, I'm not surprised that he did block you. I mean, that's probably another story for another channel, but that really, really does not surprise me
at all. Yeah.
That's not surprising whatsoever, man.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, we're all caught up on the super chats. I think we're going to be wrapping up here on this show.
You guys kick ass. Y'all kick ass this morning, big time.
Any other final words, Rhodes, rants?
No. Let's see. I had some rants this morning, so I feel good. Got to go do the Father's Day thing later with Melissa's dad, so that's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to that. And then I will get back home to do what? we will work on YouTube. Actually, I'll work
Yeah.
on YouTube before I even leave. And then,
Yeah. Because I got to go on Sports Wars. Actually, I got to download this podcast and put that together, and then go on Sports Wars, and then I have to eat before I even look at content. So, but I think that's going to wrap it up, guys. Happy Father's Day to all of the fathers out there. You guys are great if you're taking care of your kids, and we do appreciate everybody that actually showed up today. Make sure you guys download the podcast, 5-star rating on your favorite podcasting platform. That is the way that this podcast can actually grow, and share it.
iTunes is the most important thing for a podcast. Leaving a rating on iTunes.
But it's called Apple Podcasts now.
Yeah.
They call it Apple Podcasts.
Oh, is
now.
it? Okay. Yeah. Apple Podcasts. You know,
half of our views come from Apple Podcasts.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. And John just lost his video. So,
yeah, I did. Oh, well. So, but I'm clicking, in broadcast now anyway, so it doesn't even matter.
And now it's a podcast.
Yeah. All right, guys. You guys be safe. Have a great day. We'll catch you next time.